Welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm Skratch. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. If you guys had a chance to watch my summoning video, you've seen what Void Legendary Champion I summoned. Yes, was not Shuzan, but was actually Yin Chensa. She was definitely my top 3 must-get Void Legendaries, so super pumped that I managed to get her. Time to basically do a crazy Hydra team, go straight into Nightmare and try to break my personal best score. I am aiming for 3 billion damage or something like that. We'll see if we're actually going to get that high, or maybe we're going to get even higher. Basically, guys, she's an amazing champion. The A1 will have a chance to land decrease attack and will make the ally with the highest crit damage to join in on the attack. Very nice. Then, of course, she works very nice on a curse set, so she can apply hacks. Unfortunately, I have no protection for the Sylvan Watchers, not even for the champion that we are going to use from this faction. The A2 will make the Head of Mischief completely useless. It will give us some buffs. This is the main reason why a protection set would actually be very nice on her, but unfortunately, I don't have it. Then we have, of course, the A3. Defense down and weaken AoE on a 3-turn cooldown. The passive is decent as well, and we have an accuracy aura for all battles. Now, let me just quickly show you what team we actually are going to use. Unfortunately, we might not be able to get the score that I have in mind, just for the simple fact that we are lacking a lot of blessings on these champions, right? So, no blessing on Theox, no blessing on Inchensa, 1-star blessing on Feral, 4-star blessing on Krisk, 2-star on Mikage. So it's nothing too insane when we are talking about blessings. What this team can actually do, guys, is basically have 3 ally attack champions for Ninja, and that will take Ninja's damage to the next freaking level, okay? It's gonna be absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to basically utilize this team. Theox is going to make him ally attack with the basic skill. Then we're gonna have Yinchensa, making him to attack with the basic skill. Then we have Mikage, making him to attack with the basic skill, plus the ally attack on top of it. Now, I do want to do a similar team like this, with 3 ally attack champions that we have in here, and Oboro. I want to take Oboro over 1 billion damage, and I know 100% sure that with this team, or a similar team, I will be able to get that done. Now, in terms of stats, builds, guys, I do have pretty disgusting builds, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to basically break my personal best, which I feel like on Nightmare is pretty weak sauce. It's only like 1.5 or 1.6 billion, I can't even remember, but I never really tried it too hard, you know? So this time around, we're actually gonna go all in, and this, by the way, because this is a pretty filthy pay-to-win team. This is not really a guide on how to build the Hydra team. This is a showcase of what a stupid team like this will actually do in the Hydra clan boss when you have 3 ally attack champions. Let's start the run. Theox will be the lead, of course, to get more attack. And yes, I will go through pain. I will go through misery, because I will have to manual the entire run if I actually want to beat my personal best. This is not a very auto-friendly team, because we have no reviver in here, so a lot of things can actually go wrong. So let's put on the buffs. I have a lot of protection sets. I mean, 2 protection sets on Krisk, and I have another protection set on Lady Mikage. That's overall just to boost the damage that we can drop with this team. We're actually gonna go in with A2 first. We're gonna drop a bit the defense. We're gonna increase our attack. I just saw that the Head of Mischief actually had a hack, so it would have been a much better choice to attack that instead. So with Inchensa, we can put defense down and weaken. Beautiful. Void Affinity. We have everything that we need on them right now. We can actually buff more with Krisk, so we can put a Provoke in as well. We're going to use the A2 for Ninja. Slowly, we're going to ramp up all of the damage that he brings to the table. And then we're going to go A3 with Theox. When they are counterattacking or ally attacking, their basic skill won't actually activate an ally attack, guys. Just in case if anyone was curious, that's not how it works. That would be pretty damn crazy if that would be the situation, to be honest with you guys. So we can actually buff. So when we have 4 or more buffs, we're basically gonna do 20% more damage. So right here, if I want to control the Head of Mischief, I can either put it on my damage dealer to give him more turn meter and make him go instantly, or I can put it on a different champion like Krisk, for example. So Krisk right now has tons and tons of buffs. we can basically increase the duration of some of them. And having Mikage and Krisk in the same team, increasing the duration of buffs is actually really, really helpful, guys. So let's start using the active skills first. 980k hit right there. Let's drop the Head of Mischief down with Theox. Decentish damage. We want to stack the attack from that skill on him, and then slowly we want to basically drop a lot of debuffs on the decapitated heads, and start kicking in the ally attacks, because that's what will make Ninja deal crazy damage. I'm very curious to see what sort of damage though. So 4 debuffs right now. 2.8 million with a basic skill, and his passive is still not even close to get to where it needs to be. We definitely need to kill the Head of Decay ASAP. I will land more debuffs on the decapitated heads just because I want to activate Theox's basic skill. 3 million damage with the basic skill, guys. 3 million damage. Check this out. I don't have an increased attack on Ninja right now, unfortunately. So instead, I'm just going to try to basically take some of the other Hydra heads down. We're gonna go and do another ally attack on the head that is decapitated and has a lot of debuffs, so we can basically do a lot of damage. And from here on, we're gonna have to basically apply more debuffs on the heads that are currently decapitated. That's why we're gonna go with the basic skill, put some of the hacks in there. You see, Ninja jumps in with a basic skill because of Vincenza. Bang, we managed to get a 1 million damage on that one, but we have no weaken. Now, if we're gonna go on this one, check it out right now. 2.3, 1.8, 4.3 million damage from Ninja with the freaking basic skill. It does have an absolutely disgusting build, but we're gonna leave that on the side, guys. Once the run is over, we're gonna get to it. But absolutely insane. And once we're gonna stack the passive on Ninja, I have a feeling that we're gonna reach 7 million. I have a feeling that we are actually going to reach 7 million damage. Very, very curious to see if that will be the case. So we're going to use the A3 right there, 2 million damage. We're actually going to let's go in on the magic head. Hopefully we're not going to weak hit. 700k, 1 million, 3.8 from Ninja, super casual. Mikage 2.5, so that's kind of like his basic damage from the basic skill, when Theox doesn't bring up all of the craziness from his basic skill, you know. A bit unfortunate that we just used the A2 from Feral there, but there isn't much that we can do. So right now we're going to target that head because we have a lot of debuffs on the Head of Suffering. Don't weak hit, Ninja. Don't do it. 2.5 million damage. It's definitely a bit harder to deal with Force heads and Ninja, but that's fine. You see, a weak hit, what can you do? What can you do? Some days are good, some days are bad. The good thing is that we don't have like an insane amount of strong heads. You know, we have a few, but not like absolutely insane. So let's bump in his A3. Let's do a bit of damage, and I feel like I should take down the head of the Head of Torment. Actually, no, let's take the Head of Rat down. If we can, of course. If we have enough firepower. I gotta make sure that I'm using the skills at the right moment and stuff to ensure that none of my champions will die, because that will be a bit of an issue. So right now, unfortunately, we did not manage to land HP burn on the Head of Blight. So it's gonna take us a bit of time to deal damage in there, but let's start applying some debuffs on the decapitated head. The spirit one, because like that, Theox won't get a weak hit, Ninja won't get a weak hit, you know, so that's actually a win-win, basically. So let's increase a bit his attack. In the meantime, drop the rest of the things in there. Let's put more buffs on Krisk, so the Head of Mischief will get tempted to try and steal them from Krisk, which is definitely not going to happen. It's definitely not going to happen. We're going to go with Ninja's A3, 2.5 million damage, definitely pretty solid. We can use the A2 right now. We're going to go in with the A1 right here. We definitely need to get the 4+ buffs on to ensure that we're going to deal 20% more damage, and that's from Feral's passive. Let's put the hacks on as well. 2.2 million damage from Ninja, joining in Vincenza. 2.9 joining in, of course, on Mikage. And right now, we're actually going to be able to bump up even more damage because we're going to join in with Theox. Okay, what do we have, Ninja? 2.8, no increased attack on Ninja, I just realized that. But we killed all of the heads. Right now, I really want to kill the head of Mischief to drop the thermometer from the other heads to ensure that none of them will actually spawn back, you know. So we're going to apply more debuffs. We're going to do an ally attack on the head of Mischief to take that down, drop the thermometer. So we keep all of the heads decapitated. This will actually enable him to do some crazy damage. Even though I don't have 4 lizards in the team, guys, Theox is still dropping in some serious numbers. Like, right here, we got 2.5 million per head. Of course, if weak hits occur, that's a completely different story. But that's 10 million damage with the A3, which is definitely very, very helpful, you know. So we're going to go in right there. 3.4 million damage. Where else can we land some decreased speed that we might need it later? We can put it there. Then we don't need nothing from Krisk. We can extend the duration of buffs. Yinchenza joining in the ally attack. Beautiful, 3.8 million. Mikage joining in the ally attack. 2.9 million. Ninja going in with the A2 again. Look at that damage. 1.6, 1.4 million per hit with the A3. So that brings you easily over 5 million damage. So this is the head that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 debuffs. Ninja, what are you gonna do right now? 3.2 million from Theox. 6.3 million from Ninja. 6.3, guys. I can tell you, we're gonna hit a 7 million hit, which is definitely gonna be pretty freaking nasty. Now, you know what, guys? I've showed you pretty much how everything works. Look at that beautiful, beautiful hit right there. I'm definitely looking forward to see what sort of numbers we're gonna bring in with this team. I have a good feeling about it. I have a feeling that we're gonna definitely drop in some nice numbers, but I'm gonna be back with the final result. Right, guys, here we are. This team exceeded my expectations because we reached over 4.5 billion damage. I've got Ninja to hit over 10.5 million damage with the basic skill, guys, with the A1 when Theox uses his basic skill. So that was just absolutely crazy because I was expecting to see something like 7 million or so. Definitely not 10.5. But we are at the end of the run right here. Seems like we're still going to be able to squeeze a little bit more. Maybe we're going to get to 4.6 billion. Who knows? Who knows? That would be definitely very, very nice. We might not. We might not because these two has just spawned. And game over, guys. Game over. Still super, super solid. And the damage on Ninja, guys. Like, look at that damage, okay? Ninja is a free-to-play champion, okay? Look at that damage. 2.6 billion damage. 2.6. Theox, 700 million. Krisk, 54 million. He's on a protection set. I will walk you through the builds and everything else. Yinchenza, 1.1 billion damage, guys. That's why I wanted her. As soon as I finished the summoning video, I maxed her, took the masteries, and this video, you're only gonna see it on Sunday, most probably. But it was recorded on Friday because I could not wait. I had to take Yinchenza in for a spin, you know. Lady Mikage, 38 million. Firol with 26 million damage. But look at that Ninja. 2.6 billion damage, guys. 100% a very disgusting build on him, but I'm gonna show it to you right now. So let me just quickly walk you through the builds, guys. This is Lady Mikage. She is built on a 9-piece protection set. So basically, whenever she buffs the team, we're gonna get increased damage because of the set. She is built with a little bit of damage, to be honest. Full crit rate, fast, decent accuracy, not crazy crit damage or anything like that. But let me just quickly show you the total stats. Of course, my Hydra Great Hall is pretty much maxed on everything that's related to damage. So that will inflate a bit the stats. We have 69k HP, 5k attack, 3k defense, 315 speed, full crit rate, 175 crit damage, and we have 348 accuracy. In terms of masteries, we have Arena Masteries. I haven't even changed the masteries on her. If I was going to give her War Master, probably I was going to add a few more million here and there, but you know what? It's fine the way it is. Then the next champion on protection is actually Krisk. His gear is not very good because the banner kind of sucks. I have a crit damage amulet on him, etc. But his total stats are the following. So keep in mind, having 9-piece protection sets, guys, help a lot. I don't have it on the ideal champions, okay? I would prefer to have it on a Yinchenza and on Feral instead of Krisk. But unfortunately, I just don't have banner for the Sylvan Watchers, and it seems like it might take me a while at this rate to get it. But Krisk has 70k HP, 5.8k defense, 288 speed. We have 500 resistance, 300 accuracy. Keep in mind, Feral will buff all of my team with his passive and stuff. We're gonna have increased accuracy, etc. So we don't really have to worry about it. We do ignore 20% of the target's defense because of the Great Hall. In terms of masteries, Krisk has a War Master. We have Master Hexer. We have Sniper on him. Blasting, we have Cruelty. I wish I would have a 6-star Cruelty on him, on a Yinchenza, but it is what it is. A 6-star Crushing Rand on a Theox. My damage would go through the roof, but hey, I'm pretty poor on the blessings for this team at the moment. Then we have Feral. Now, as mentioned, I wish I would have had him on a 9-piece protection set, but I can't do it, so instead, I build him on a Reflex and on an Impulse set, just to basically have this A2 available more often, because the head of Rat was creating me some small issues here and there, so I wanted to ensure that I have the block buffs available all the time. I do need to use this on decapitated heads as well, so I apply more debuffs for Theox and his basic skill. That's how I'm his basic skill. That's how I managed to make Ninja hit for over 10.5 million with the basic skill, guys. In terms of total stats, I think we already we haven't went through the total stats on Feral actually, so let me just quickly bring them on the screen. 60k HP, 5.6k defense, 302 speed, 317 resistance, 385 accuracy. Masteries, we have a War Master, we have a Master Hexer, and we have a Lasting Gifts on him. Then we have Yinchenza. She is built on a Reflex and a 4-piece Merciless. Again, to have that A3 available more often to apply more defense down and weaken. Total stats on Yinchenza, guys. We have... This is my new toy, guys. This is my new toy. I'm actually super pumped that I got her. 43k HP, 4.5k attack, 2.5k defense, 291 speed, 99 crit rate, 206 crit damage, 339 accuracy. Now, it's not like she hits hard or anything like that. I just try to give damage to everybody. Most of the damage came from the Hex for her. And that was a lot of damage. 1.1 billion damage just from the Hex, which is pretty crazy. In terms of masteries, I've done an oopsie here, and I'm going to tell you exactly what was the oopsie. So if you guys are building her, you're not doing the exact same mistake on the masteries. I got Master Hexer. Now, in my case, the Hydra heads don't take 2 turns. They die before they take 2 turns. So Master Hexer becomes irrelevant. I really supposed to take instead a Sniper, so I was going to have a higher chance to land that Hex on the heads, which would have increased a bit my damage. So I will definitely change the Masteries to Sniper. Just that little change will make quite a bit of a difference. I would assume it will probably increase the damage by like 100 plus million on her because of the Hex. It's just landing it more often. War Master as tier 6. Then we have Theox. This is the old build that I have on him. I showed it to you in a different video recently when I've done my personal best on Brutal. 6-piece Merciless. No Blessing on him, unfortunately. If I would have a Blessing on a Theox, I would go for Crushing Rand. If I would have a Blessing on Yinchenza, I would go for Cruelty. If I would have a Blessing on Feral, I would go for Cruelty as well. But total stats on Legate Theox. Let me just put my my accent on. 40k HP, 7.6k attack, 2.4k defense, 259 speed, 100% crit rate, 294 crit damage. And he does like almost 700 million, or a bit over 700 million if I'm not mistaken, right? Masteries, we have offense, defense, we have Helm Smasher as tier 6. He always counterattacks at the wrong freaking moment on the head of Rat, which was so freaking annoying. But these are the masteries on him. They're kind of like more leaned towards arena and stuff. Then we have the superstar of the show, the free-to-play damage dealer that we used, dealt 2.6 billion damage, and that is Ninja. Now, he does have a pretty disgusting build. This is the same gear, the same 6 pieces that I'm using on Tranda for my Heart team. is basically a 6-piece Merciless and a 2-piece Zeal set. Now, the gear that I got, guys, is not perfect. It's far from being perfect, okay? The Curse series just drops you constantly 5-star gear. It's extremely hard to get a good Merciless set. I used a lot of Chaos Ores in order to get this. The Ascension on the gear, rerolling the Ascension on the gear to get the right stats. That's what really inflates them. I haven't even done the Ascension on the accessories. I could have brought in from there 280 more attack. That would have increased the damage by quite a bit, but probably I'm gonna do it in one of the following weeks. So total stats on Ninja, guys, with the Hydra, we have 56k HP, 9.7k attack. So with the accessories sorted, I was gonna be at 10k attack, 3.2k defense, 240 speed, 100% crit rate, 350% crit damage, 339 accuracy, and of course, we ignore tons and tons of defense. If you don't have Merciless, go with Savage. You're still going to get an absolutely insane result. The reason why I like the Merciless is because we ignore 35% of the target's defense instead of 25%, and we have a chance to decrease a random skill. Now, most of his damage comes from the basic skill and the triple ally attack. This strategy is something that I had since the moment they announced Theox as well. I was like, I wanna use these 3 champions together with Ninja or with Oboro. They're all going to go crazy with ally attack, and of course, one day I might get a Toshiro. That will probably push me to like 6, 7, 8 billion damage. Who knows, to be honest. Now, in terms of a blessing on Ninja, Nature's Wrath, I'll be very honest with you guys. This is something that I really need to test on a champion like Ninja. I'm not sure if a 6-star Crushing Rend will be better than a 6-star Nature's Wrath on Ninja with the build that I have on him. Ignoring already 55% of the target's defense whenever the Helm Smasher procs is already ignoring a lot of defense, you know? So when you're applying the defense down, when you're using your Cruelty Blessings on, I'm not sure how much more of a difference it would make. Probably on most of the hits that are going to throw in, it would make quite a bit of a difference, but I definitely need to test that to convince myself. Masteries, we have offense and support. Helm Smasher as tier 6. You do want to get Cycle of Violence, very, very effective when you hit hard. And we do have Master Hexer on Ninja, basically for that HP burn. But that is everything for this team. Absolutely exceeded my expectations, guys. I was kind of like thinking 3.5 billion, definitely not 4.5. And seeing 2.6 billion damage from Ninja is absolutely insane. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Appreciate all of you guys watching. Much love. If you did, make sure you smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.